Hi, Coach. How are you?
Good.
Good. Question for you. So you got Mr. Robinson as your right tackle now. His calling card has been a bit on the versatility, but he's been able to stick at right tackle for 11 games this year. So just talk about how his ability to stay at one position,
Yeah.
improves his overall play.
Yeah, I mean, when he showed up here, he was extremely athletic. Um, he came from a pretty high level program where he was well trusted, and he's earned that spot. But he's certainly tough and aggressive. I liked when he got a chance to play last year how he's very mild mannered in practice, but I think in game times he flips the switch and he brings a different level of energy. Not that he doesn't practice hard, but he has that ability to ratchet it up a notch in games.
Does him being familiar with the one position, do you see that, have you seen his play improve knowing that he's sticking at the same spot, or has he always been?
Well, I think he could do a lot of different things now. I think when guys are young, it's best to try to get them into the one spot that they're going to flourish in. I mean, once again, as coaches, part of your job is to, and a big part of your job is to put players in positions to be successful. So you'd like to do that. If you get young guys that are versatile enough and you can move them around, it might be a little different at the receiver spot because they learn big concepts, but the footwork involved playing offensive line is such that left and right does make a difference for them, especially when they're younger.
Yeah.
Tony Jones, how would you assess his play so far this season?
Yeah, he's all over the field. He is energy all the time, flying around, makes a ton of plays. As any speaking from the position, you're going to miss some plays. You don't want to, but there's going to be plays that you miss. So, but I love what he brings to the field.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you how Pokey looks through 2 days.
Yeah, he looks good. Yeah.
How did the film breakdown from day one go?
Yeah, we didn't run a ton of plays, so I think he was on point. I'd say, once again, I think, anybody who's trying to learn and get caught back up, they don't got to do it alone, right? So they got teammates around him that are helping him, but I don't think he needed a lot of help.
Okay. And then just your assessment so far of how Demario Houston has been in his time back.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. So it's another option we have.
Mike, you guys have sold out every home game this year. So even though you're used to playing in front of a packed house like that, when it is the Banjo Bowl, does it still feel different, even though it's the same amount of people that you guys kind of always play in front of? And energy-wise?
That's up to the crowd, whether it feels different.
But what do you do?
That's
like,
not
do
up
you
to
sense
us
it more
necessarily.
energy or anything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think the crowd will determine that, and I do think there is a little different level of excitement for this game, than maybe others. Should there be? I don't know. But when you ask about the level of excitement or what we notice, that's really up to the crowd to bring it so that we do notice it.
What do you like about Ethan Ball?
Yeah, smart, explosive. You might not know that right away, but then you watch him move around, and when he makes a decision and he's following through with the decision, he's got some good burst. But I think right away, it's evident that he understands the game of football and he sees it well on the field, right? So now it was just a matter of him. He got nicked up early, right? So a matter of him getting the reps and getting the experience at this level and the speed. I don't think it's a big jump for him because he is intelligent and he has good vision.
I don't know how much attention you pay to this kind of stuff, but just how kind of cool is it though that here's a guy who grew up in Regina, diehard Riders fan, dad involved in CFL media. Don't have to tell him about this rivalry and what it means, obviously. And now here he is. Fast forward to today, he's part of it, and he said he loved the fact that he was getting booed by his hometown crowd last week, and like really relishing the role as a heel or whatever. So just how kind of cool is it seeing a guy like that, just with his background, get to be a part of this now?
Yeah, I think it's always neat when they get to experience it on the other side. I don't think it's the first time by any means. It happens, right? So, but you know, when you get to look at them experiencing it, I think that's one of the neat things for the vets even, is for them to take that moment and stand back and look at the young guys experiencing a Labor Day game, and look at the young guys experiencing the Banjo Bowl. Like, I think that is taking it in from a different perspective, I think, is always neat for veteran players.
Hey, Mike.
Ed.
How are you?
Good.
So much chatter in the last week about the lack of touches for Brady. How much of that was dictated by being in a trail position later, and how much by what Saskatchewan might have been doing to take it away?
Yeah, 72-28. Is that right? Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of factors that go into it, right? It starts with the game planning and what Saskatchewan does, where we're at in the game, the time remaining, the score, all those things. The success we've had earlier on in the game, if their part of their plan has changed or not. You know, there's so many factors that go into it. I mean, let's not make we're not going to, we love Brady. We love what he can do. We like him touching the ball, whether it's running or catching the ball or whatever. So there's never a number, but, you know, every single week it's, all right, Brady needs to touch the ball, but there's not a set number. And above all that, above anybody touching the ball, is what do you need to do to win this week? And at halftime, what do you need to do to win that half? What do you need to do to win that quarter, right? So each game's going to look different, and each game might not unfold according to the plan.